So to catch you up on what's been going on with Mayweather McGregor as far as the venue and the tickets. So when the fight was rumored to be fully official, this was about 3 weeks or so ago. They were saying that it was going to be in the MGM Grand, not Mayweather's team, but or McGregor's team, or Dana White or Leonard Elby, but it was circulating around on social media that was going to be in the MGM Grand. And I was thinking to myself, that makes no sense. For them to have a fight of this magnitude in an old arena, especially if you go look up, Google Mayweather, Dana White, T-Mobile Arena. No, Google Mayweather, Dana White, AEG, new arena. Mayweather and Dana White broke ground in the dirt with gold shovels and shit. Before it was even announced it was going to be T-Mobile Arena. So basically, they have stake in the arena. You see what I'm saying? So it made no sense when I was thinking to myself, like, people saying it's just going to be in the MGM Grand. If it's in the MGM Grand, they are really, really rushing. But if you don't know, the T-Mobile Arena is the new MGM Grand, but it's not. It doesn't go by the MGM Grand name. You see what I'm saying? So it just didn't make no sense. And even though people were trying to, give me bullshit logic about, well, Mayweather at home there and he knows that arena. Yo, there's people above Mayweather and they wasn't going to have it. You think that Dana White was going to have it? You think they was going to be like, all right, we're going to fight in this B-level arena and not see what the T-Mobile Arena is doing? So just so happened, this is what I do. When I hear of a big fight, a mega fight that's supposed to happen and it's rumored to be at an arena or such and such, what I do is I go look at the arena, I go look at the date and see what's booked for that date. So on August the 26th, when Mayweather McGregor is supposed to happen on Showtime pay-per-view, you have a Big Three basketball tournament that was put together by Ice Cube. Now, that Big Three basketball tournament is not no bullshit small tournament. It has guys like former MVP, one of the best basketball players of all time, Allen Iverson, Chauncey Billups, Kenyon Martin, and basically, Steven Jackson, and the list goes on. So when I first looked it up, it said Saturday, August the 26th, 2017 at 5 p.m. Now, normally, Mayweather cards usually start at about 5 p.m. over in Vegas, right? Like 3, 4 p.m. or some shit. Now, when you look at it today, it says it's going to start at 1:30 p.m. and doors open at 12:30 p.m. Now, what I'm confused at is this going by my time zone? Because I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. But at the same time, it was going by my time zone before when I looked it up and it said 5 p.m. So, not to confuse you, basically what I'm saying is they moved the time up. And what I'm getting at is it looking like both of the events are going to happen the same day in the same arena. And they're going to do some, job to turn the arena from being a, for a basketball tournament, get all them people out there, get a team in there, start building that ring, putting all the shit together and getting the seats and everything together for a boxing match. So Dana White talked about to the media on July the 1st that the talks with Ice Cube was going well. And basically, Ice Cube didn't want to budge on the arena because you have to think, you may think, without using your head and not, knowing how like a business like that or how hard it is to move a date for anything. You have to think you have these egos of these athletes. You have these a network that's supposed to be airing this. You would have to give back tickets, and say, people, hey, listen, if you booked your flights, we sorry, but we changed the date. That shit's not that easy. Just to give up a whole arena. So, Ice Cube was on some shit like, well, listen, if they compensate us right, and take care of us, then, we'll consider moving. But it's looking like they're not going to move the date because, as I said, the fight is what, 51 days away now. August the 26th is 51 days away now. What is it, July the 7th or some shit right now? Or the 6th? So, it wasn't logical to think that they was going to just budge on that date like, all right, well, let's refund these tickets and tell them to reschedule, tell these people to get new flights, get new hotels, get all this shit. And also, Ice Cube or that team shouldn't be dumb. They should be thinking to themselves like, well, wait a minute. Let's try to capitalize off of this shit. If we haven't Mayweather McGregor that day, we don't want to give up that date for real. So let's see if we can do this shit in the same arena on the same day, which is very, very possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a later start date for the card. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a later start date than normal for a boxing event or any type of sporting event as far as combat sports would take place in the T-Mobile Arena. So Looking at it right now, it looks like they got a deal done. And the first thing they would do is, obviously, is like if they came to some type of agreement, what do you let people know? On Ice Cube and his teams, and they got to let the ticket holders know. So the ticket holders may have gotten an email or something and say, hey, changing plans. The event has now been moved up 3 hours earlier or 4 hours earlier. Sorry for the inconvenience. Shit like that. So, I just want to give a little update on the situation. Yes, I'm back. We're covering boxing. It's been a long time. It's been like 16 months. Yeah, I've had little spats of times where I would do like, 60 videos in a month or some shit. But now, we're fully back. We've built our company, FightView360.com. We're doing our best to make sure we've called in a lot of favors, a lot of powerful people, to make sure that we have a good 70% chance, I can say, of getting to the fight, and not just getting to the fight, but covering the fight as media. So these next several months, or not next several months, or next several weeks, because it's only about 8 weeks away until the fight itself, we are really showing our muscle. As far as making sure, that people, basically after September, people ain't gonna be able to say shit to me, as far as this boxing media shit is concerned, because I've done everything I said I was gonna do. So moving on, the press tour is. I'm waiting for the official email, from the PR team, from Mayweather, or from UFC to say, okay, this is the official press tour. But the information you got out there, that's out there right now, from my understanding, it was leaked. And I'm being told that it is accurate information because I have a friend up in Toronto, who's in boxing media. No, I think he's in Quebec, who's in boxing media that was talking about it. And it was like, yo, yeah, I'm hearing, that they are booking the arena and the shit's going down. But we don't know yet, and that's probably why it's not official yet, because they're still, trying to get this arena. Because the first thing you do when you have a press conference, right, or one of the things of the reason of a press conference, right, is to gain awareness and buzz for the fight. Now, and I understand you probably say this fight don't need no awareness or buzz, but also you want to announce the arena and when the tickets are going to be on sale. You can't have tickets on sale until the arena is official, so they can't start the press tour or announce the press tour until they have this arena situation sorted out. That's just common media sense, in my opinion. So once we have this arena situation finalized and just doing this little bit of research, it's looking like it's done. Then, we can expect them to say, okay, well, now let's get on this press tour, get it out of the way. So if you don't know, the press tour, the rumor, the leaked press tour info that's not official yet, they're saying it's going to be in, let me pull it up real quick for you. It's going to be in, I know they're going to do, it's saying it's going to be Monday, July the 10th in the Staples Center, LA, Tuesday in Houston in the Toyota Center, Wednesday in Toronto in the Air Canada Center, Thursday in New York in the Barclays Center. I'll be there myself. And Friday says to be determined, but the rumor is it's going to be at Wembley. So once again, none of this is official yet. We're waiting for the email. All right? I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. All the links to my social media are right down in the description box. Oh, and let me say this. There's heavy speculation that, this fight's going to be $100 for just standard definition. That they may do the old 109.95 for high definition. That's crazy. But at the same time, I'm a realist and I understand. There's so many people saying that they're not going to watch the fight and they're not going to spend the dime on it. But listen to me. Streaming is going to be very difficult that night. You think it's a joke. See, with a fight this big, with so much revenue coming in, they have the money. Unlike smaller pay-per-views like Ward Kovalev, they didn't have, $10 million, $15 million extra to put into anti-piracy shit, to whereas if you go to Facebook and you try to watch a stream, yeah, you may be watching it for a little while, then bam, shit shut down. So they did it with Mayweather Pacquiao. But at the same time, you saw that Mayweather Pacquiao did 4.4 million pay-per-view buys plus in the United States. And that's not counting any overseas shit. So I've heard many people, the scumbags, and in hindsight, you may say you shouldn't have bought the fight, but at the same time, that was a fight you should have had purchased, before. But looking at it, people were telling me how they were trying to stream the shit, and then they had to go scramble to get their money together to go buy because they had to watch the fight because they started attacking They started attacking during the Leo Santa Cruz fight as far as, you know, taking streams down and shit. And then by the time that 8th, 9th, 10th round came, motherfuckers were scrambling to try to find a stream, yo. Going through hell and high water. So I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. And yes, yeah, I'm losing some weight. The right way, though. We've been eating healthy, and it's been rough. I'm hungry as shit right now. But we got to stay to the diet. We're going to go to Las Vegas Heat, baby. We got to stay on the diet. We're going to go to Las Vegas Heat, you know. I got my Simba court, you know. Shit's real out here.